Welcome to Phoenix for the running of the Subway 200. On the pole for today's race is Luke Rainey to the outside is Riley Spurley-Tube. Evan Rudd is third, Jacob Morgan's fourth, and Josh Smito rounds out the top five. Smito's in the chase, and in fact, he's your only chaser starting in the top 10. We have 10 chasers, Josh Smito in the 02, Eric Hine in the 6, Trey Rainey in the 07, Junior Ramos in the 13, Griffin Lynn in the 30. Then you got Eli Bright in the 31, Dan Bannon in the 68, Brandon Butler Sr. in the 81, Jim Gammett in the 98, and John Gammett in the 99. The pace truck is in 30 laps here at Phoenix for your first chase race. The green flag is in the air. We're racing here at Phoenix. Coming down the dogleg for the first time here today. Side by side, Luke Rainey up top, Evan Rudd on the bottom. They're 3 wide behind Josh Smito. Trying to get up to the front. If he leads lap, that's a bonus point towards the chase. If he leads the most, it's actually another bonus point, but he gets put up to the middle by Jeff Smito. And lap number 1 led by Luke Rainey on the top. Josh is going to be clear to the bottom, but Jeff drives in hard to keep Josh on the outside. Problems behind. Oh, trouble! Josh Smito, chaser into the wall! Keeps it in the wall, still in it. Has the caution come out? No yellow. Jacob Morgan and Josh Smito into the wall. Hard. Heavy damage to the right side. Both of those trucks. And it's put a big gap in between the front 4 to 5th and then 6th on back. Yeah, this has definitely spread the field out now. Now Jeff Smito looking for the race, and that all kind of started because of Jeff. He kind of put his relative there to the middle. If he would have let him down bottom, I don't think that would have happened. But still racing. Jeff Smito just wants wins, and it's not going to affect anything because remember, only 10 chase drivers, and he's not one of them. As 4 trucks pull away, then you got Derek Bouchard running back in 5th. Then you got the whole field on back, all the chasers and whatnot. And they got the 02 and the 54 trying to keep pace. And just hanging at the back as 4 trucks right now under a blanket. At the line, Jake West, your race leader in the 29. 3 wide for a second. Luke Rainey to the bottom of your pole sitter. Just missed down the chase. And he's looking for redemption here today with a win at Phoenix. And that's all he can go for, wins. So he drives it hard into turn 3. See, Evan Rudd got a little close there with Jeff Smito. They come off of turn number 4. They're still 3 wide. This might help Derek Bouchard get into the battles. Evan Rudd has gotten clear to the bottom lane. He can use that if he wants to. Good racing up here at the front with 4 of these drivers, but Jake West still holding the lead. See John West, his teammate back there. So the West doing pretty well. Those BKR trucks. Here comes Evan Rudd. The 17 truck, but Luke Rainey got underneath him. And in the front 4, we have 3 of the 4 manufacturers represented. We got a Ford leading, then you got 2 Toyotas battling for 2nd, and then 4th, you got that Chevrolet. And this chase does not go off of the chase that the Gatorade Cup Series goes off of, as Luke Rainey is about to take the lead from Jake West. This chase goes off of the 2011-2015 real-life NASCAR point system with the 1 point per position rule. So you want to get as far up as you can away from chasers. Right now your highest chaser is at the moment Eli Bright in the 31, right now up to 7th and joining the battle at the front of the pack. And then your next chaser is all the way back in 13th, John Gammett, who barely made the chase. He did a last race win to get into the chase. He's bound for 12th right now with Jeff Bright. At the moment, Eli Bright with a pretty comfortable cushion over the rest of the chasers as Jake West gone back out to the race lead, and they're battling side by side behind them with Jeff Smito, Luke Rainey, Evan Rudd, and then these 3 are joining the battle. Look at Eli Bright, your first chaser. He's looking underneath of John West. Can he get underneath him and get another spot? That's another point. And we're also talking about how if you lead lap, you get a bonus point. If you lead the most laps, you get another bonus point. So, and then the winner, of course, gets some points as well. And up front, we're about to be a third of the way through the race. It's all John West as they battle behind hard for a second. Jeff Semito, Luke Rainey. Evan Rudd's going to give up the 4th position to Derek Bouchard. Eli Bright's coming, the 31 truck. You have to keep an eye on Eli. I feel like he could be a real contender here today. Look at up front. Luke Rainey. Jeff Semito balanced side by side. Behind them, Eli Bright going for a position. Semito will grab the spot from Rainey again and just try to make another charge on Jake West, who has dominated so far here at Phoenix after getting out front. The field kind of spread out behind him because of that incident. Hasn't looked back ever since. See Jeff Semito now looking to the inside of West. We get 3 and 4. Luke Rainey's just watching this battle side by side in front of him, wondering where to go. I want to make sure. The 02 and 54 right now racing side by side at the back of the pack. Obviously, Josh is going to want to finish ahead of Jacob because that's another point. You also don't want to finish last if you're a chaser. And look at Eli Bright, wound up on the bottom trying to get to 4th. Right now run top 5. Pretty good run for him in that 31 truck. He was on the verge a little bit of making the chase. In fact, he was outside at one point. Even after winning the race, he was outside of the chase bubble. But they fought hard. They won another race, and they got back in. Now he's in the middle of a 3-wide situation. John West down the bottom. Derek Bouchard up top. Looks like Eli can get clear down to the bottom right there. But his truck goes up the track just a little bit. Might be a little tight ahead. Luke Rainey and Justin Semito still battling hard. That's for second. And this allowing Jake West to get away. Side by side in 3 and 4. Luke Rainey will slide up in front of Jeff. Grabs that spot. Now Jeff's going to look to the inside of Luke Rainey. And these guys switching the second position. It's not helping their cause to get to Jake West, who's just starting to pull away with these guys being side by side. Man, 24 truck drove in hard to get to that 29. See, they're starting to get a little bit of a single file out right there. Might be trying to save their tires just a little bit. Tire wear at Phoenix could be crucial. See 3 trucks in a line. They got the rest on back, and they got 3 wide. Evan Rudd, Paul Manick to the bottom, Derek Bouchard way up top. Some pretty fun racing here at Phoenix. Oh, they're getting a little close. 17 pushed the 8 up. 62 is going to push the 17 up. They're making contact. Sideways goes Evan Rudd. He saves it. He keeps it going. That could have been catastrophe for everyone behind that 17. So we're halfway through this race. It's all Jake West up at the front, but he's got 4 trucks behind him, 5 in a line chasing him. And then behind them, close calls with Evan Rudd, Paul Manick, and Derek Bouchard. Evan Rudd was completely sideways off turn number 4. Luckily saved the truck, and no harm came of it. And now they're side by side again for the race lead. But nothing Jeff Semito can do. Jake West is just pulling away on the outside. Ooh, Jeff Maham right here. Kept the 29 up top in 1 and 2. Close. Coming to 13 laps to go. They hit 3 and 4. Can Jeff Semito get the lead from John West as they come off of the 4th corner? John West will hold it another lap, and in fact, he clears the 24 that time. Luke Rainey's going to try and go around the outside of Jeff Semito right there. Semito's still staying to the inside of Jake West, though. John West actually right at the back of this pack in the 19. They cannot do anything with that 29. It's a dominant truck right now. Jeff Semito slides up, trying to get a good run off the corner. You see Eli Bright behind him actually stays pretty even. Luke Rainey starting to lose it down the trail a little bit, but well, I think Eli can do it right here. Something a little different. Some trucks are running 3rd gear, some are running 4th. Very interesting to see the different strategy on that. And possibly one is better than the other. See, Eli Bright can really drive it into the corners. Harris might get to 2nd right here. At the stripe, he will be scored in 2nd. He was 4th last time by. Move him up to 2nd. Eli Bright, the 31 truck, on a charge with 11 laps to go. Can he win the race at Phoenix and lock himself into the next round? Yeah, that's what you want. Win a race this round. You are locked into the next round of the chase. You won't have to worry about the next 2 races, as the bottom 3 in points at the end of each round will lose and not be able to move on. So we'll go from 10 trucks to 7, and then to 4 who battle it out at Homestead. 10 laps of racing to go at Phoenix, 10 miles. It's all Jake West up front. John West is coming for 2nd in the 19. Eli Bright's trying to hold that in the 31. He needs every point he can get. In fact, he wants a win badly. Yeah, that 29 truck just looks very dominant. Not seeing a truck that dominant in quite some time, especially somewhere like this where it's very easy to pass. And Jake West just holding that lead. John West still trying to get to second. Eli off the top. John might have him this time, though, in 1 and 2. Eli goes up the track a little bit. John West is to the inside. Eli Bright has the drafting help from Luke Rainey up top. With 9 laps to go, they're side by side for second. Might be side by side for third now, as Eli Bright will get clear again. Once again, side by side, but Eli has the top lane. 8 laps of racing to go. Jake West pulling away with these battles behind. John West trying to get to second. Eli Bright trying to get clear and make a charge on Jake West. He will this time. So can Eli Bright make a charge on Jake West? He is now clear. He has not clear traffic in front of him as he looks to the inside of Jake West. Does he have enough of a run? He drives into 3 and 4. Eli's been known to come up late in these races. Come to 7 laps to go. John West also cleared. Jeff Samito is up to 4th. Luke Rainey's falling back to 5th. Jeff is now looking on John. Meanwhile, another Jeff is leading. This one, though, or excuse me, Jake West is leading. Gosh, so many J's up at the front. You got Jake West, John West, Jeff Samito, and Eli Bright in between them all. Look at Jeff driving in hard. Paul Mack behind him. 24 truck could not get good enough for a run off, and Eli still trying to close. 6 laps of racing to go at Phoenix. First race of the chase. Could we see a chase driver win it and lock himself into the next round? Right now, it would only be Eli Bright that can do that because your next chaser is the 99 and 12th. Eli drives it and almost gets to the back of Jake West. He has to let off. Behind him, a big battle for third, but we're going to be focusing on the lead there, side by side behind. 5 laps of racing to go at Phoenix. 4 trucks battling for third. 2 trucks pull away for the race lead and possibly the race win. Ford, Chevy right now front 2. Then Paul Mick, Jeff Samito, 3rd, 4th. Luke Ray going for 5th. Eli again with the run in 3 and 4. This time he gets to the inside. Can he hold it? Eli could get a really good run through the corner, just off the corners where he's lacking 4 laps to go. And with them battling behind, it's really helping Eli to just stay with the 29 Jake West, make his move whenever he wants to. He could possibly make it on the last lap and try something through 3 and 4. He can really get a run through 3 and 4. That time he backed up a little bit, trying to get a run off, just like Jake West has been. It worked for him. That time he actually closed in a little bit. 3 laps to go. I don't see a caution coming out anytime soon, so I believe we will keep it green to the end. They just have to make it 2.5 more laps. Here they come. Eli's starting to fade off just a little bit on Jake West as he's trying to save some stuff for the final 2 laps. Here they come. Behind them racing are Paul Mick, Jeff Samito side by side for 3rd. 2 laps of racing to go at Phoenix. Jake West is out front, dominating this Subway 200, the first chase race, right now being dominated by a non-chaser. Eli Bright, your first chaser in second. If Eli wins this race, he advances to the next round. Coming to the white flag this time. Into 3 and 4 they will go. 29 truck leading, 31 trying to chase him down. Eli drives it in hard on the outside. Will it stick? The white flag is out. Final lap for Jake West. Can he make it around 1 more mile at Phoenix? Eli has closed just a little bit. If he can close in 1 and 2, drive it into 3 and 4 possibly. It doesn't look like it'll happen for him as they come down the backstretch. Jake West dominated the Subway 200 at Phoenix. He hasn't made the chase, but he's shown that he belongs up there. Off of turn number 4, Jake West dominates the first chase race to win here at Phoenix. Eli Bright will grab second, which will give him the chase points lead. But how about Jake West with the win at Phoenix, his first of the season? And good run for Jake West. Good run for Eli Bright. Finished the second year highest chaser. Let's check the finishing results. Here are the finishing results from the Subway 200 at Phoenix. There are no caution flags and 5 lead changes among 4 different drivers. Jake West wins the race. He dominated it like 26 of 30 laps to win. In second, we had Eli Bright, your highest finishing chaser. He is right now in the chase points lead. In third, we have Paul Minnick. Fourth is Jeff Semito, who led a lap. And rounding out the top 5, Brandon Butler. In sixth, Evan Rudd, who he also led a lap. Seventh, the guy that started on pole, led 2 laps, Luke Rainey. Eighth, Alex Stewart. In ninth, we had John West. And rounding out the top 10, Levi Shones. So there's your top 20. So your next chaser finished 11th, just showing how good the 31 truck did. In fact, he's right now leading the points by 12 points over John Gambit in the 99. And again, bonus points for wins. Obviously, each win worth 3 bonus points. So if you got a win, you get 3 bonus points. If you got 2, you get 6. And that's why Eli's a little bit farther ahead than what he would have been without those points. See down here, Josh Semito running up towards the front at the beginning of the race, made contact with Jacob Morgan, and then went hard into the outside wall. Didn't collect anyone else. The caution didn't fly. They finished 34th, 32nd, but tough break for Josh Semito, who was in the chase right now. He's got to climb his way back up, claw his way back up. And he's at the bottom. He's below the cutoff point. He has 2 races to make that up. As now the points are probably at the right of the screen. You can see who's below and who's in. And that'll lead us over to the next race. Their second chase race will be the TH Designs 200 at Pensacola nighttime. See you guys then.